Illuvitar Set 1 Wave 1 is done and dusted. The GameStop one is nearly done. If you have bought some, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be buying some of your Illuvitar disc plates. They're in the store right now. They're about $75 to buy them. And from what I've seen, they look absolutely amazing. I've got mine bought. But what happens if you really like those disc plates, but maybe you haven't bought discs? Maybe you just want a Ramfire disc plate up on your wall because they look absolutely fire, or you want an Archie or whoever you may like, but you haven't gone down the road of buying Illuvitars because you just don't really see the point. I'm sure a lot of you out there are in this predicament. Well, you probably could just go and screenshot it maybe, but the quality is absolutely terrible. It'd be really hard to get a good quality one. So I was scrolling in the Discord the other day and I came across this. Displate royalties. Gunglichin here has put up a post. As someone with a limited number of Illuvitars, I find myself wanting displates of Illuvitars that I do not own, like Ramfire, Goliant, etc. Exactly what I was just saying then. Since he can't afford to buy them, he would like to see an option where he could pay the owner of an Illuvitar some royalty fee, so he could print one of the Illuvitars on his own displates. For instance, someone with the rarest horror Ramfire may have an opportunity to sell a lot of these particular displays for a royalty fee. I think this is also increased the value of the Illuvitar itself, having the extra revenue stream. Owners of slightly sought after Illuvitars could have a limited display series of say 10, 20, 50 displays of their rarest Illuvitar, or they could simply just list a flat royalty fee for anyone that wants to have a display of that specific Illuvitar. Anyway, something like this can build in an Illuvidex, or where you could simply click an option to offer your Illuvitar as a display in that form, or an option for an interested party to make an offer on that display, similar to offers on a buy an Illuvitar. So, come across this, and I thought this was like at base value. You take that, I go that's a pretty cool idea, because I'm pretty sure, as he said, there's people out there that haven't bought that many Illuvitars. But someone may want a display of my Ramfire sitting up there behind them whilst they're playing, or wherever, in their dungeon man cave kind of thing. So as he stated, there's a couple different options that you may take. You could just have it a flat fee if you want it. I've put it up there for sale. You pay an extra $15, $20, whatever it is, to get this Illuvitar display. $75 still goes to Illuvium as it normally does for the display. I get 20, and then the other percentages go to RevDiz and IMX for the sale. As we go down, Ricky Tan, he 100% supports this. Ricky Tan is everywhere. He 100% supports this. It's just if there's a feasible way to do it. Like, I don't know how much time on the dev side it takes to implement this, but in the long run, if it does get traction and you do get sales, then you're making that money back anyway. Again, it's going to be really hard to know if this is going to work until we see the sales of displays. And it's, again, going to be hard. What is the rate that someone else is going to be buying other displays at? So it is a bit of a wishy-washy, hard to know if this is something that people are going to want or not. So if you do want your voice heard, if you do really like this, as I go into further and I explain a little bit more, go in, tick that thumbs up, or go and hit that thumbs down. We need more people to come and look at this for it to even get to that IRPC kind of stage where they're actually voting on it or not. As we keep going down, Gymboree throws his hat into the ring here. He loves an idea that will help the community members earn the money that isn't too shady. This is not a shady way to earn money. People are liking the Illuvitar you have, and they're paying a little bit more of a premium to buy that display. And the person that has been lucky enough or has paid the price to buy that Illuvitar is gaining some return back on that Illuvitar. I don't see anything wrong with that. Obviously, the number of the price above will have to get voted on and worked out. As we go down here, $99, so that's a $24 markup. I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure you could go a little bit higher, a little bit less, and it wouldn't matter too much. But going too much higher, I think you'd stop people from buying it, to be honest. So I like the 24 for a starting price, and then we'll go up and down from that. I'll probably put up a Twitter post about this as well and see where people are thinking. So Gymboree's main concern is not that many people utilize this feature, making it a waste of dead time, and that's what I was talking about before. Obviously, at this point in time, you're probably not going to get that many sales on it, but maybe it's something that we implement in, say, half a year to a year into open beta, when we do have that uptick of players, hopefully, and then you will have more people hopefully buying these Illuvitar displays from this Set 1 Wave 1, because the only way they're ever going to be able to get those displays, and I'm sure Ramfire is going to be very sought after, is by buying it off the secondary market. And like mine, at the moment is worth like $6,000. Yes, I'd love to sell that and make the money, but I want to keep it. A lot of people aren't going to be able to go out there and pay $6,000 for a Ramfire. So maybe at this point in time, it might be jumping the gun a little bit, but I feel like down the line, it might be something better to look at down the line then. So Gymboree's next point is that he doesn't see that most people buy the disc plate solely for the artwork. They're going to be more of like an affiliation to a community, or it's the same way that people buy luxury cars to show off their net worth, or that this is a car that they support and kind of stuff. Maybe this might happen down the track. As he said it before, I didn't go over that, but if a content creator is really massive, like Scoriox, say if he is huge and he has a really cool Scoriox and he puts that up on the market, and a lot of his followers might want to buy that Scoriox to show, yes, I do want to support Scoriox, have the Scoriox in my room. Like, you kind of build that community around you. That's probably the main way we see Illuvitar's going, with owning that actual Illuvitar and having that disc and like that's mine. But some people do just like the artwork. As you go down to where Gungchin here, his point back at that is like, obviously there's real Van Goghs, Monets, Rembrandt, like all these really, really expensive artworks, but people still pay to get the fakes to have up in their house. Like they like that artwork, they like that. Maybe someone wants my Ramfire because it looks cool with my background, the tongue coming out, like, and they're not going to spend $6,000 to go and buy the Illuvitar to then just make a disc plate from it. It's not going to happen. Whereas I'm pretty sure they'd be happy to pay that $100 just for the disc plate to have, so they can hang up themselves. And then as he keeps on going down, finally I'm thinking beyond disc plates. I guess I would think eventually you'd be allowed to print your Illuvitar on hats, shirts, 3D models, etc. In which case it opens up a whole host of opportunities for Illuvitar owners. If that is where Illuvitars is heading, and you will be able to, I want a hat, there's my Illuvitar, I want that on the hat. If we go down that line, that is absolutely massive, and I think that is the point that we will definitely need this, because someone will have a really big affinity to a certain Ramfire, or actually just an affinity to a Ramfire. I don't care which Ramfire it is, because there isn't that many in circulation. So those Ramfires, their net worth just continually goes up, which is what everyone wants, I'm pretty sure. They're like, if you're owning something that's rare, you want the worth of that thing to continually grow, and that's what artwork does. It always goes up. So adding bricks on top of bricks to make things more viable, I feel is a good thing in the long run. And then it seems like he has turned Gymboree around. To be fair, I can see kids begging parents for a disc plate of a Ramfire. They probably wouldn't even comprehend the value of or interest in owning the actual Ramfire Illuvitar. And that's pretty much the main point. These kids that come in and have always loved Charizard can go and buy a poster of Charizard. Obviously, it's a bit different because no one actually owns a Charizard and whatever. But then they might see this Ramfire Illuvitar and go, oh, look at that. That is amazing. And then they see the price and they just go, oh, well, that's not worth it. But then they see that, oh, I can buy a display to this Illuvitar. That I think is the point where it is, and I think that is absolutely amazing. So another way to do it might be a drop day, say every Tuesday. That is when the Illuvitar disc plates go on sale for whoever wants to, and there might be a drop of 20 on whichever Illuvitar disc plate is coming up. You might be able to, during the week, people like which Illuvitars they want to be able to purchase in the top 10 with likes, then they get to go for a drop release if the owner says yes. And then there you go, you got 10 up for sale, you got 20 on Tuesdays at 11 AM or something that go up for sale. First 20 in, they can go and buy each one. Look, I'm just throwing stuff off my brain, but people love drop days like that, and that adds to the rarity aspect of the whole thing. You could either have that, or you could have, I just want to put mine up for sale for forever, and anyone can buy my Ramfire. That's fine. So that's in this thread. It's a very small thread. It has obviously not been seen by very many people. If you do catch this video and you want to put in your own 2 cents, either drop a comment down below, I'll read through those, or probably better off, go over to the Discord and write what you think in here. The more traction that this gets, the more chance the council sees it. Obviously Ricky, Gymboree, and Artemis is in this chat already, so they have seen it. But we need more people to go in and back it before it gets pushed up the line to marketing or strategy, whichever one that this would go into. But like my final 2 cents is, I do like the idea. It obviously needs to be refined out to find the best price range, the best way to do it, and the amount of dev time it would take to do the back end. I'm not unsure about how much that is. That's definitely no area of expertise there. Or another price point, if you could do it, if the Illuvitar is more rare, so your Ramfizer might cost more to get that disc plate produced rather than a cheaper one. I don't like that idea, but some people might come up with that idea as well. Just throwing shit into the wind here. So if you do like this idea, let me know down in the comments, or head over to the Discord, put your own 2 cents in here. If you do like it, the best way to get it more seen and more projected up into the marketing or strategy sub-council is to go and post, give it thumbs up. The more traction it has, the more chance of it getting put up there, and then the more things will get ironed out. Will it take up too much dev time? What would the price range be? And how would it be done in the future? But that is it for today, guys. Please go and push this ahead if you like it, and if you really dislike it, go and say that as well, because we just need it pushed. That's how it is. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.